Hello, everyone. This is Onward3567. We're back in another episode of Flowers Summer, and well, we got endings. One of these endings leads to the Dahlia ending, the other to another. As I said, we're going for a Dahlia ending. When I close my eyes, I see the golden hair and the golden eyes of my idol. God, what am I thinking? Calling the soft feel of her voluptuous breasts from earlier just serves to stoke the fire burning within me. I put my hand to my red cheek, then rake it through thoroughly my already messy hair. Crap, I thought I was a stranger to such emotions, but now... I muttered to myself. Then I closed my eyes to turn these thoughts over in my mind and to ascertain exactly how I feel deep down inside. Half of life struggles and the other half is getting through them. Well, half of life is struggles and the other half is getting through them. How true. A line from the movie The Whales of August comes to mind. I get the sister basket striding across the stage, wondering to myself if this right now is a trouble or getting over it.
横幅は歩いて16歩ほどね。一度に出せる演者はその半分と考えた方がいいかしら。
It's about 16 paces wide, so shall we consider the number of dancers that can fit on it at once to be half of that?
結婚式に訪れた客役ならそれでいいでしょうが、踊ることを考えたら4人が限界でしょうね。
That should be fine for all the guests at the wedding, but when it comes to the dancing, I think the limit's probably 4.
そう。でも発表会なのだから、一時に踊るよりも一人一人演技を見せた方がいいものね。
Yes, since this is a recital rather than having everyone dance simultaneously, it'd be better to show off their skills one at a time. The basket finishes measuring out the sides of the stage by pacing across it, coming down the steps, then over to me.
7歩だわ。
7 paces then. When I ask her what she means, she puffs her cheeks out slightly.
奥行きの話よ。確かにみんなで絢爛豪華に踊るというのは難しそうね。
The depth of the stage, it does seem like it would be a stretch to have everyone do a big, showy number together. She murmurs. She's carefully considering how to best show off everyone on the stage, and I find myself touched by her sunny, ever-charming temperament.
たとえトラブルの途中だとしても悪くない。
If this is the trouble in life, I guess it's not so bad. I muttered to myself.
今、私に質問したのかしら？
Huh? Oh, did you ask me a question just now?
見せ場のデジレ王子とオーロラ姫の結婚式ですが、祝いに訪れ一人一人踊りを披露するという形が一番しっくりきそうですね。
The wedding of Princess Ire and Princess Aurora is the highlight of the ballet, so I think having every guest at the wedding perform their dance individually would be best.
そうね。男性役はなるべく省かなくてはならないから、一人で各自披露する方がいいかもしれないわ。
Yes, and since we had to cut down on the number of male roles, it might be best to have everyone perform solo. Her golden eyes are fixed rapidly on the stage, and I'm sure that she's imagining everyone dancing up there. Seeing her like this, I'm compelled to ask a question.
バスキア教諭もこの舞台で踊ったことがあるのですか？
Have you danced on this stage too, Sister Basquet?
ええ、子供の頃にね。養父である神父様に手ほどきを受けたわ。厳しかったけど、良い思い出。
Yes, when I was a child, the priest who adopted me taught me the basics. He was very strict, but I have fond memories of it. Her golden eyes sparkle like they've caught the sunlight as she recalls these memories of her past. Although they must be from decades past, I'm sure that to her it feels like these things just happened just yesterday.
少し焼けるな。
I'm a bit envious.
ごめんなさい。また聞き逃してしまったわ。
I'm sorry, I missed what you said again. Catching a very distinct look in her eyes, like she's reading regarding some precious treasure, I realized I can't tell her that I felt jealous over her deceased guardian. Instead, I say I was nervous.
振り付けはいわば演出。監督するようなものだ。責任重大ですよ。
Choreography is a kind of performance in its own way. It's like being a movie director, it's a big responsibility.
八重垣さんならできるわ。
I think you can do it, Miss Yagaki. She states decisively, and I respond with an unsure smile.
大丈夫。私が保証します。
Don't worry, I'll be here to help. She bends down so that she's on my eye level, smiles softly, and takes hold of my hand in a perfectly natural motion. My body grows hot as the feel of her soft hand on mine. As she leans in towards me, her feminine scent tickles my nose, and I feel terribly on edge. I'm very aware that it's just the two of us in this enclosed space, and find my mind drifting to our time in the baths a few days prior. How she reminded me of my mother.
あら、八重垣さん、信じてくれないの？
Oh dear, Miss Yagaki, do you not trust me? Although she's addressing me in my agitated state as the words breeze right past me. She's speaking to me very intently, but...
ですから大丈夫。きっとうまくいきます。
So don't worry, you'll do a great job. My voice comes out all squeaky, I'm unable to meet her affectionate gold-shaded gaze. Then suddenly lifts our clasped hands and...
先生。
Sister?
これは厄除けよ。私は強運なの。
That was a good luck charm. I'm blessed with luck, you know. She sticks out her tongue mischievously and flashes me a beguiling smile. I know that she did it with good intentions. She's just trying to encourage me after I revealed my qualms about taking on such a big responsibility. Still...
なんだって。私の胸はこんなにも高鳴っているんだよ。
My heart's pounding like crazy. The day of the ballet recital is drawing closer, which means that I'm spending a lot of time together with Sister Basquate, much of which has been spent going over what sort of performance will best fit each student. The letters I received from my classmates and the talks I've had with them have shown just how invested in the recital they are. We've been brainstorming how to best channel their passion. Yes, the two of us, together.
参ったな。
I'm in a pickle. Once practice for the ballet recital was over, I wanted to find anywhere to be by myself for a while in order to settle the swirl of emotions within me. I pushed my wheelchair along, searching for somewhere I could be alone, and I ended up here. The light of the setting sun falls on the wooden hutch, making it look almost as though it's on fire. The rabbits scamper away as I approach. Wow, my mind is really jumbled right now. I pay no attention to the rabbits peering warily at me with the dry grass I'm feeding them. Instead, my gaze is turned inward to the deepest part of myself as I ask silently, do I love Sister Basquate? If I carry a bit of affection for her, then that's right and proper. How could I not look with goodwill on the person who's looked after and cared for me since the moment I arrived at the academy? But I'm well aware I'm as fickle as a cat, I'm still capable of feeling a sense of duty or obligation. However...
行為と愛しているかどうかは別問題だ。
Whether or not I love her is another matter entirely. What is this emotion swirling within me? Love of a different kind? The kind of desire a man feels for a woman? When we're alone together, drawing up the choreography, half my mind is on the ballet, the other half is focused on Sister Basquate's presence. The moments when our fingers brush or our eyes meet. The strange feel I get whenever she says my name. Perhaps this is... first love.
おや、珍しいところで珍しい人物に会うものだ。
Oh, what's a girl like you doing in a place like this? My reflections are immediately silenced. I narrow my eyes and glare at the figure standing there, bathed in the same red light as the hutch.
ん？返事がないということは、八重垣くんじゃないのかな？
No response. That means you're not Yagaki-kun. Eyes now further at her teasing tone.
ダニエル・クレイグにでも見えるのか？
Who do I look like, Daniel Craig? I snap back and she sets forward with a sardonic smile on her lips.
どうやら今日はご機嫌斜めのようだ。重い日なのかい？
Looks like I've caught you in a bad mood. Is it that time of the month? Yatsushiro senpai jokes with me, though that reminds me going by my cycle, it should be coming up soon. Because my head's elsewhere, I end up taking too long to respond.
具合が悪い。いやいや、ならこんな場所に足は運ばないだろう。なら、
You're not feeling well. No, you wouldn't come out all the way out here if you weren't, so... Are you fretting about something? I'm hard-pressed answering such a direct question, of course.
どうやら予想が当たったようだ。死のように探偵を気取る気はないが。
Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Now, I'm not about to start playing at being detective like my dear teacher, but...
なんです？
What?
古来から悩みは吐露すれば気が晴れるらしいと聞くよ。
You always hear that a problem shared is a problem halved. It's a phrase I've heard before. Still, the offer to have someone hear me out is tempting. As a eccentric upperclassman of mine, maybe it'll tell me just what these feelings I'm experiencing are.
相談できる事柄ではないんです。
It's not something I can discuss. But it's no good. I'm worried that discussing it with her could end up causing trouble for Sister Pasquate. There's no way I can tell her.
そうか。君が言うならそうなのだろう。
I see. If you say so, I'll take your word for it. Itsushiro senpai goes over to the rabbits who are watching us with interest. At some point, she must have picked up on some of the hay, and she feeds it to them through the wire of the hutch. I watch her back in silence as she does so. The silence stretches out. The only movement is the rabbits bobbing their heads as they munch on their food.
これは余計なお世話だが。
This might be not my business, but...
とある映画の中で、人間は人生を失敗する権利があると言っていた。
There's this line from a movie, Failure is Human Destiny. The movie she's referencing is Emily, one of my favorites.
何を思い悩んでいるにせよ、行動はしておいた方がいい。思っているまま抱えていると、いずれ心が腐り落ちてしまうからね。
Whatever it is you're worrying about, you should do something about it because if you don't, it'll eat you up inside. Although it's a warning for me, it sounds like she's trying to convince herself of it as well. I neither agree nor disagree. I simply continue staring at her back, lit by the westerly sun. Practice for the ballet recital is growing extremely intense. I finished a rough choreography and we're now at the stage where I tweak it while watching each person perform the role. I scrutinize my classmates' moves from one of the hard chairs in the underground theater. Should I keep things as they are or add in more complex moves to stimulate the audience? Now that I determine each girl's habits and where the weaknesses lie in their performances, I have to decide whether to take things out and patch the remainder together or throw in some supplementary moves. Huh? Right. Good. Knowing to myself, I scribble observations down in my notebook. The Diamond Fairy is fine as is. The Sapphire Fairy has issues with her jeté. The choreography will need some slight adjustments. I watch the stage in earnest, continuing my careful examination of the dancing. But I soon become aware that there's some kind of haze clouding my vision. It's like I'm viewing the world through a thin, diaphanous membrane. I wonder if this is how Chidori sees things. I narrow my eyes, focusing on the girl currently dancing for me. Right. Good. However, how am I supposed to see through this fog? Anyone got any glasses? Anyone know Teddy? I need help. It's like there's a pool of spilled milk behind my eyelids.
もう一度ピルエットを見せてちょうだい。
Could you show us your pirouette one more time? Although my vision is compromised, Sister Basquet's voice rings clearly not only in my ears but across the whole room. I aimlessly think to myself how a person's occupation must be a large part of what shapes them. It's such a nice smell. My sense of smell is sharper too, picking up the characteristic scent of Sister Basquet beside me. All faint, the smell is incredibly comforting as I focus my attention on it. It's as though a thick, sweet milk is congealing over my eyes. Then...
Yaegaki-san?
Miss Yagaki? At the same time as I register her distant voice, my consciousness starts slipping away from me. There are 3 dreams I have over and over. I'm in a white room, I'm completely naked, I'm freezing cold and trembling uncomfortably. See myself sitting there in my wheelchair with my arms wrapped around my shoulders. I realize that this is one of those 3 dreams. There are dreams known as lucid dreams where you know you're dreaming, but this dream has something lucid dreams don't. I can't will myself to move a single finger. All I can do is gaze at myself like I'm watching a scene in a movie. However, all 3 dreams have a commonality in that they flow from one scene to another. The setting doesn't change, but time passes and my body changes with it. I simply accept all this. It's the way things always are. No, there's something new, a sensation I never felt before. A nostalgic fragrance seeps in from somewhere, waking me. Bleh. Partially hot. Partially I'm trying to get through this in one day so we can get to the next ending. Mom? Perhaps I call for her. When I open my eyes, even though my drowsiness, I can feel a dull heartache in my lower belly. It looks like I got my period. On top of that, I must have caught a cold as I tend to pull my feverish body into a sitting position. I see Sister Basquet fast asleep beside me, and I understand what happened. She must have carried me back to my room after I fell ill and fainted during practice for the ballet recital, and then she took care of me. The more I see her face, I feel as though my chest is in a vice. Tears well up in my eyes. I'm having difficulty breathing. It's like I'm burning up from the inside. I love her. When I look at her sleeping contentedly, pure as anything, I realize my true feelings. A wave of intense emotion wells up in my heart and floods through me. Although I try to fight, I can't stop the tears from flowing. The moment I admit to myself that I'm in love with Sister Basquet, it's like a door inside my head is flung open, letting in a fresh gust of air. Failure is human destiny. These feelings will never be reciprocated. Dahlia. I run my fingers through her bangs as she sleeps. I whisper her name. The touch of my fingers and the sound of my voice draws her from her light slumber and her eyes flutter open.
Yaegaki-san.
Oh, Miss Yagaki. She stares at me wide-eyed for a moment like a little girl before the realization that she must have fallen asleep hits her. She sits up hurriedly, vivid patches of scarlet coloring her cheeks.
ごめんなさい。看病していたのだけれど寝入ってしまったみたいで。
I'm terribly sorry. I was keeping an eye on you, but it looks like I fell asleep.
ありがとうございます。先生が連れてきてくれたのでしょ。
Thank you. You're the one who brought me back here, I guess.
あ、そうだ。お薬を飲まないと。
Yes, alright. You need to take your medicine. She makes her way over to the desk, her gait clumsily from having just been asleep. There's an untouched glass of water on the desk, gathering condensation, dampening the coaster it's sitting on. She brings over the glass along with a packet of powdered medicine.
さあ、お薬を。でも何か軽く食べてからの方がいいかしら。
Here you go. Oh, but perhaps it'd be best to eat a little something first. Her brows are furrowed in genuine concern. I tell her I'd like to talk to her about something.
どうしたの？吐き気でも。
What is it? Do you feel sick?
大丈夫。先生、お願いです。こちらへ来てくれませんか？
I'm fine. Sister, I have a favor to ask. Could you come here? Looking bewildered, she puts a glass of water and the medicine down and comes back over to me. As she's noticed that I'm acting strangely, she bends down meekly to look me in the eye.
さあ、言うんだ。
This is where I tell her. Time to tell Sister Basquate how I feel.
何か思い詰めているのね。何でもおっしゃいなさい。先生が受け止めますから。
It's like you're struggling with something, but whatever it is, you can talk to me about it. Those kind words bring tears to my eyes. But failure is human destiny.
聞いてください。
Please hear me out. Yatsushiro Senpai's words linger in the back of my mind like a curse.
私は。
I try to say the words, but my lips are trembling, my whole body trembling. I realize how terribly weak I've grown. I've not yet come to terms with my own weakness.
八重垣さん、もし私に言いづらいのであれば神に。
Mr. Yagaki, if it's too difficult to say to me, then tell it to God. God has nothing to do with this.
バスキア教諭。いや、ダリア先生。私はあなたのことが。
Sister Basquate. No, Sister Dahlia. I. She must have grasped what I'm trying to get across as her cheeks flush and she blinks as though she's bearing witness to an unbelievable miracle coming before her very eyes.
ダリア・バスキアを愛しているのです。
I love you, Dahlia Basquate. I know I could put more emotion into that, but I'm a little tired and, well, you know. Yeah. Ending 2. I guess you know, next episode we're gonna get another. Well, who would have thought she would have gotten an ending? No, she's considered a main character. She has an ending in one of the games. I mean, that's a surprise. Oh God. I just realized something. What if the twins have an ending? Yeah, what if they have one? What about Silver and Gold? Do they have an ending? What if that's all the next game? We're gonna be in for some fun next game, it sounds like, if that's true. But with that, that's 3 down. Well, oh, no, 7 down, sorry. I can count. 5 plus the 2 bads. I almost went counted the other one already, even though we haven't done that one yet. Brain, work. Thunderous applause fills the hall the moment that Chidori thinks she's dancing. Though I try to watch without rose-tinted glasses, there's not much I can objectively say. She is wonderful, that's all there is to it. Not just Dory, the set designers, the costumers, lighting technicians, the musicians, the other dancers, everyone came together to make this performance happen. Words aren't enough not to convey this feeling. Applause shows no signs of abating, and I continue clapping along with them. As does its best weight, who's seated beside me.
よかった。みんなとても頑張って。
It's wonderful, everyone works so hard.
ミスなく踊り切りました。
Yes, and there wasn't a single mistake in anyone's performance. She nods, tears welling up in her eyes, and takes hold of my hand as though to share the emotion welling up inside her.
ごめんなさい。ぶしつけでしたね。
I'm sorry. How rude of me. As soon as she touched me, I drew my hand back from hers like it was a cup of scalding hot coffee. My heart ached just a little at this new development. Whatever it is you're worrying about, you should do something about it, because if you don't, it'll eat you up inside. Yatsushiro-senpai had been right in more ways than one. If I hadn't confessed to her, the light of the evening sun filled the room. Might those feelings I was harboring have eaten away at my soul? And after all, failure is human destiny. To those words, my confession had not been reciprocated. Her cheeks flushed as the best way told me that she was flattered, but that she was a nun. Based on that alone, she couldn't return my feelings. It was a categorical rejection.
だが、それは分かっていたことだ。
But I knew that was going to happen. I think we all knew that was going to happen. This was Sister Basquate, the pious Christian. I knew I didn't have a prayer of it being reciprocated. Even so, I'd been compelled to tell her, compelled to confess my love to her.
八重垣さん
Miss Yagaki?
行きましょう。最後のリベランスはみんなと一緒にする約束だ。
Let's go. We promised to take part in the final reverence with everyone. The curtains come down slowly. Soon they'll rise again to another round of applause, and we decide to be there with the rest of the cast to celebrate our success together.
ええ、みんなが待っている。
Yes, everyone is waiting. She offers me her hand. I again feel the soft sensation of Sister Dahlia Basquate's fingers. Her gentle golden eyes, her heart, warmer and bigger than anyone else's. That scent so reminiscent of my mother.
諦めることなんてできない。
I can't give up. Imagine Dahlia's golden eyes looking only at me. I pray to God that for the first time that my dream might come true. And that's how that ending goes. There might be a song about it, but we've gotten the Dahlia end. So next episode, we're going for this ending right here. Then we'll get this one, and then this one. We're working our way up. I hope you have fun, and I'll see you on the next one. See you then.